We are especially pleased to have such broad representation from so many different groups. We have delegates representing many academic institutions, from the oldest, Harvard, to the youngest, Berkshire Community College. We also have faculty representing virtually all academic departments, as well as staff, alumni, family, and friends. On stage are trustees, trustees emeriti, presidents emeriti, senior faculty, faculty emeriti, and of course, our esteemed medalist. I now have the very pleasant duty of introducing several other individuals on the stage and in the audience who bring greetings to President Falk on the occasion of his induction. I will introduce 6 of them at this point, and they will in turn come to the podium to offer words of welcome. For the students, Ifiok Inyang and Emanuel Yekutiel, co-presidents of the College Council, both members of the class of 2011. For the staff, Danielle Gonzalez, employment manager in human resources and coordinator to the Presidential Search Committee. For the faculty, Eiko Maruko Siniawer, associate professor of history, chair of the Faculty Steering Committee, and member of the class of 1997. For the alumni, Chris Giglio, class of 1989, president of the Society of Alumni, and a member of the Presidential Search Committee. And for the community, Peter Fohlin, town manager of Williamstown.
President Falk, trustees, faculty, students, and honored guests, on behalf of the senior class and the entire student body, we would like to officially welcome you, President Falk, to Williams College. Now, I'm from Newark, New Jersey, and Manny's from LA, so we're pretty sure that you'll feel right at home, being that we are conveniently located in this bustling metropolis. Now, what makes Williams unique and has constantly kept Williams on the forefront of innovation is the involvement of students in the life of the college.
Williams has a rich history of students getting involved. Look around you. There are women in this room, students. We don't live in fraternities anymore, students. Some of you were junior advisors, studied abroad, served on student faculty committees. Students. Students have shaped this campus into what it is today, and Williams has let them. From the abolition of the fraternity system to becoming a co-educational institution to creating the entry system, students have been instrumental in helping create the Williams that we see around us today.
From every aspect of life at Williams to the major shifts in our culture here in the Purple Valley, students have been demanded to be included in the conversation. We live on a self-reflective campus, a school that is always looking to become better. Since Williams' beginning, students have been on the front lines of this effort. President Falk, we are excited that you will be leading this fine institution for years to come. And we hope that you see students as your greatest allies. So if you are good to us, we will be good to you 9 times out of 10. At the end of the day, we eat here, we sleep here, we grow here, we mature here. And even though we only spend 4 years here, our experience after we leave will forever become part of our lifelong narrative.
President Falk, as representatives of the students at this school, we ask you not to forget this message. Listen to us. involve us, include us. Mark Hopkins, professor of moral and intellectual philosophy from 1830 to 1887, and president of this college from 1836 to 1872, sat on the same log as his students. He wasn't just a professor or a president. He was a friend who believed in the hearts and minds of the students that he led. In speaking about those minds and those students, he wrote this: "We are to regard the mind not as a piece of iron to be laid upon the anvil and hammered into any shape, nor as a block of marble in which we are to find the statue by removing the rubbish, nor as a receptacle into which knowledge may be poured, but as a flame that is to be fed, as active beings that must be strengthened to think and to feel, to dare, to do, and to suffer." President Falk, we ask you on this day never to forget this message, to feed the flame that keeps us all loving this place.
And lastly, you are a first year, so do not walk through the gate. Thank you.
Good afternoon, President Falk, ladies and gentlemen, friends and colleagues. It is an honor and a privilege to be here today representing the some 750 staff members of Williams College. We take pride in playing a wide range of key roles at the institution in which a high standard of excellence is demonstrated each and every day by members throughout our diverse and vibrant community. Just last week at a staff forum, you said staff are a treasure at Williams, and went on to share how inspiring it had been to have dinner in your home with the custodians in Hopkins Hall. Adam, we appreciate your recognition of the value that staff contribute in helping make Williams one of the premier liberal arts institutions in the nation. My department, the Office of Human Resources, hosts monthly informal staff luncheons. We bring together librarians, campus safety officers, health and career counselors, museum curators, tradespeople, cooks and dishwashers, administrative assistants, and information technologists, and numerous other colleagues. In the months preceding your arrival, we asked our lunch guests, what would you like President Falk to know about the Williams staff? They said we want him to know we have a strong, vibrant institution in which the staff is highly engaged. We want him to know that all of us believe that it is our role to contribute to the educational mission of the college. We want him to know that we understand that individually and collectively, we all have the opportunity to leave an indelible mark on our students. We care deeply about all aspects of the student experience and all corners of the campus. In the past 2 years, Williams has faced unprecedented challenges. Frankly, I'm not sure how we convince you to take the job. What facing these hurdles together has made clear is that no individual or department stands alone. The collaborative efforts of all members of the Williams community are what give us such a strong foundation. Today, we welcome you and your family, Karen, Brianna, Alex, and David. We look forward to getting you all to know you all better. As you embrace your role as the Williams 17th president and face innumerable challenges and opportunities, we invite you to call upon us, to ask for our input, to engage us, to use our talents and resources, and to ask what we can now build together. Again, welcome. We're so glad you're here.
At his inauguration in 1872, President Paul Ansel Chadbourne, the only other scientist who has served as this college's president, was less than complimentary of the faculty. President Chadbourne warned that without care, there is no more dangerous place for a man, no place where he will grow more narrow and more unlike other men than in a college professorship. And he contrasted professors to those outside of the college, the best men of the busy world. The difference between two presidents can be striking. In President Falk, the faculty have and recognize someone who not just understands what animates our work, but who embodies and supports that which we value. Teaching attracted him early. Far before graduate school, he taught junior high and high school students. Not theoretical high-energy physics, as it turns out, but math and French. Conversations about big ideas were a part of daily life with a father who was a philosophy professor, and they inspired an appreciation for the humanities and for the liberal arts' commitment to broad and multidisciplinary inquiry. The allure of administration was and continues to be the intellectual challenge of grappling with complicated questions, and his collaborative leadership style was shaped by his experience in the theoretical physics community in graduate school and beyond, where he witnessed firsthand what creativity could be born when the quality of your ideas, not age or status, earns you a place in the discussion. Adam, when you first arrived on campus this past spring, you immediately began to ask thoughtful questions so as to get to know this place with all of its virtues and eccentricities. One of Williams's virtues is its strong tradition of faculty governance, and so we look forward to working with you as you take the helm of this institution at a time when financial uncertainty makes especially difficult the challenge of preserving what is at the very heart of a Williams education while encouraging it to evolve. On behalf of the faculty, I extend the warmest welcome to you and your family, your wife, Karen, and your children, Brianna, David, and Alex. We're so happy that all of you have become a part of this community, and we very much hope that you will soon consider Williams and Williamstown your home.
President Falk, on behalf of the Williams College Society of Alumni, I welcome you into this remarkable family. I'm certain that you know by now that we are the oldest continuing college or university alumni association in North America, created 189 years ago in response to a critical event in the history of the college, the defection of a group of faculty and students to form another Massachusetts institution that shall remain nameless here. Today, there are more than 27,000 Williams alumni living around the world, making valuable contributions to society, their communities, and their families, all while managing to give back to their alma mater in a variety of ways. Williams alumni are generous, not only financially, but with their human capital, the time, energy, and talent they devote to an institution they love. They are dedicated to the notion that they must emulate the works of their predecessors, who are instrumental in ensuring that future students enjoy the support that helped make their own brief years in Williamstown so memorable and fulfilling. Alumni are excited and impressed that you reached out to them across the country even before you formally entered the President's office in April. We are captivated by your energy, as well as by your interest in embracing Williams traditions while searching for new and innovative ways to provide students with the finest liberal arts education in the world. I had the privilege of serving on the Presidential Search Committee, so I was fortunate enough to meet you more than once prior to your selection. I specifically remember a conversation we had when you were kind enough to meet me for a lunch in Washington, D.C. You had done some research on past Williams presidents and noticed that an overwhelming number were either alumni or former faculty members, and wondered whether alumni in particular would be accepting of an outsider in the Williams presidency. At that time, I told you that the alumni would embrace you and do all they could to make your tenure a success should you be selected. Today, I repeat that pledge. We will be your partners in all that you do to make a great college even better. On behalf of the Society alumni, I wish the best to you, Karen, Brianna, David, and Alex as you embark on this exciting new challenge. Thank you.
Greetings, residents of Williamstown and guests from near and far. The first time I met President Falk, I was standing in Jim Colasar's office in my purple cow boxer shorts. Mr. President, I welcome your sense of humor, your hearty laugh, and your easy embrace of the unexpected. The residents of Williamstown welcome you, your wife Karen, your children Brianna, David, and Alex to our bustling metropolis. We welcome your participation in our democracy and thank you for registering to vote the first week in town, for already voting in our elections, and for participating in our town meeting. At our first meeting, you showed a keen interest in the history of Williamstown. We hope you devour every word of the copy of Williamstown, the first 250 years we gave you. We welcome your involvement as we create the history of the next 250 years every day of our lives. At the Frank DeFord Award, President Falk asked Gordon Eads if there is any hope for his beloved Baltimore Orioles. There is not. We identify with your noble suffering as an Orioles fan. We welcome your conversion to either a New York Yankees fan or a Boston Red Sox fan, or both, as the occasion is likely to require. We welcome your passion for sports, your support of Williams athletics, and your appreciation for the Frank DeFord Award. We welcome your children into our schools. Thank you for sharing your experience at North Carolina School of Science and Mathematics at the Olmsted Awards. We invite your commitment to make our public schools great so the potential of every student can be ignited as it was for you at NCS&M. Somewhere in town, there is another theoretical physicist looking to break out. President Falk, welcome to Williamstown. May you and your family thrive here, and may you be president for many years to come.